might not have been live there. Hold on. There we are. We are live. So I'll give it to you again. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Rochester, to the game between the Rochester Junior Americans and your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. We gave you a whole intro, and we weren't quite live. So I'm going to bring him back on. Here's the Commodore George Pearsall.
Can you imagine how much better the intro will be the second time, Jeremy? Here we go. Great start to the season here.
Yeah, really. We already got scolded for being in the oven, but the guy was super cool about it, to be honest. So, give me 1 second here. I'm working on resetting the clock for us. We do have a clock feature this year. We're going to try to run that.
Yeah, for those watching at home, a much improved Cine TV broadcast capability here. Lots of fancy equipment here in the oven. That one's going to go for an ice.
I'm working on the clock here, so give me a second. As 13:37 to play.
Face off here in the Junior Americans end. Possession. Down low. Oh!
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get the clock working. It's running. It's just not the right time. So I'll work on that here. But we'll bring you the game so you can kind of ignore the clock in a moment. As here comes Tyler Bolus with a shot down low. That's kicked aside by the Junior American netminder. Another shot from Bolus. Bolus, a newly minted former defenseman, now forward with a couple scoring chances. As Pearsall battles behind the cage. Digging down there with him is the OGO and Golnack. Pearsall come out a short side shot off the goaltender's shoulder.
Good pressure there for the Penguins. Probably their first sustained shift in the Junior American zone, but here come the Junior Americans.
Back in, and Cannoli's able to fire a rebound off to the corner. As bumped into there is Carlson. He's able to use his body so well to gain control of that puck. And a little toe drag around a unsuspecting defender there. Clears the zone. Battled for in the corner. It'll come up, be fired across. There's an attempt there by Pearsall by Carlson to get it across. The shot will come from Jones as Schweitzer able to get through the zone. Sorry, guys, I did get the clock fixed, so we're good. All right, I was in the wrong spot. Here's Pelly with it at the line. The Americans able to take it away. Pelly will give him a bump in front of the Penguins bench, and it'll clear the zone. Onto the puck are the Americans. Taking it away, here's Flume. Flume tries to go off the boards. Battled for by Pelly. And we get a whistle and a stop in play.
I'm not sure what this whistle is for, to be honest.
It looks like they're calling offside.
Maybe an offsides play? Okay. So, Jeremy, you see at the faceoff here, Zach Bredeman taking the draw. Now with 9 forwards, the Penguins are going to go with 3 even lines this year for the first time. So Zach Bredeman playing center, a dangerous two-way player, an awesome choice to center this line.
As it comes off his stick to Flume. This line of Bredeman, Flume, and Halliday as it's taken back by the Americans and dumped in behind the Cannoli. The Cannoli, Rylan Calabrese, your starting goaltender today. As Burrows gets the puck, goes up the wall, but it's about shoulder high when it gets to Halliday, so it's turned back the other way by the Americans. We can't really see anything that happens right in front of us to describe it to you as we get an offside play.
A strong start to the game by number 97 for the Penguins, D'Angelo Flume. He has a noticeable hop in his step this morning, as does his father, Derek. who's looking sharp in his white pullover in the dad section.
Face-off controlled by the Penguins. Another new Penguin. We'll talk about those guys. Dom Caruso wearing the 78. As in comes Pearsall trying to get it across to Golnack. A bouncing puck will come through to the OG before it's wedged at the net by Bolus. Rimmed around, kept at the point by Danny Bananas Foster. As Caruso will challenge the near side here and keep it in. He'll rim it around behind.
Penguins get possession down low there.
It'll be Golnack to Pearsall. Pearsall out in front for Golnack. That's off the skate of an American. As Pearsall will wind in, and that puck's in the back of the cage.
And the Penguins are on the board, 1-0 here with 10 minutes to go in the first. I don't know if it was deflected. I saw Pearsall with the shot on net, but that's what you want here, right? Early morning game, Friday. Get on the board first, and you hope the boys just start rolling from there, right?
So, you know what that means, George.
Yeah, what does that mean?
So, goal 1 of the season scored by none other than Braden Pearsall. And you know what Braden Pearsall is?
What's that?
He's a duckbill platypus. Bong, 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 bong.
It's back. It's back. He's in midseason form, folks. Jeremy Evans.
As the Americans rim it around. Penguins leading 1-0.
Yeah, Jeremy, I think as this game goes on, we should probably spotlight some of the new players on this team. We have several of them, and I think they're going to contribute to a much improved Penns Elite team this morning.
I could not agree more. We'll talk about all the few newcomers, as well as we talked about Tyler Bolus playing a new position as well.
Yep.
So some new things to look at. You mentioned, adding an extra player to the roster. And, of course, I'm guessing, I know it's early, but I would guess former teammate and now current Minnesotan Joey, brother Joseph Costa, probably tuning in here on City TV watching his old mates.
Oh, yeah.
As the Penguins had one move away as Jones fires one.
Did you see that little nifty play there across the blue line by Carlson? He drew the defender to him, reached his arms out and passed it over to Jones in stride. Just those little nifty plays that Carlson makes really allow those high-quality chances to happen. Keep an eye on Flume here, 97.
I thought you meant Derek.
Look sharp so far.
Here comes Halliday off the boards. That'll be taken away, and back come the junior Americans off the stick of Track. Track teaming up here with the Brodozer, a new nickname coming to us from the baseball season, Rowan Bros.
The Brodozer.
The Brodozer.
Wow.
As he controls it center, it'll be taken back by the Americans. They try to regroup and gain the Pens end. Pens leading 1-0 here, up midway through period number 1. As Flume goes up the wall, turned back the other direction. Bros to it, leaving it for his partner, Track. For Halliday, he swipes at the puck. It'll come free to Bros. Bros to Track. Track
Nice
up
pass.
for Brenneman. Can he sneak by just at the last second? Good stick there by the junior American. It's Track. What a headsy play there to regroup by going backwards to go forward.
That's right. Fresh set of bodies here for the Pens.
It'll be Foster to the puck. Up for Bolus. Back for Foster. Foster across to Caruso. Caruso has the puck deflected away from him. They battle right in front of the box here. We are up above the rink. Great vantage point.
Oh,
As
almost.
a centering feed just eludes Bolus's stick. Who was that who made that pass?
I couldn't
That was
see.
the OG.
Oh, was it?
Here's Caruso in his own end. Penguins with a couple good scoring chances here, and this one have one that gets through off the stick of Pearsall. Foster bumped on the play.
Foster didn't like it. He did not like it.
So Caruso, but taken back by the junior Americans, and a puck deflects. What a reaction by the Cannoli. His first 10 Beller.
Here we go, 3-on-2, Jeremy.
And it springs the Penguins back the other way. It's Pearsall weaving in, leaving the puck up top. Bolus has it knocked away, but Golnack will get the shot to come through before it stick to the outside.
You know, I've noticed there's a few players on this Junior Americans team with some serious size, some serious height. They look mostly to be on the back end on the defense, but something that's kind of jumped off the ice to me a bit. Speaking of large, here comes number 18, Lucas Jones.
As the Junior Americans play catch in their own end, under pressure from Jones. The Americans dart through center. Here's Chappie with it. Chappie, cross ice feed off the stick of Schweitzer. It was deflected before it got there. Jones with a stick lift on the back pressure, and Chappie will get to the puck again. Chappie off the boards for Pelly.
Great regroup there behind the net.
Pelly goes full sauce.
Here we go.
Right to the stick of Jones. He'll wind and fire, and the puck stays out somehow.
Was that Pelly on the pass?
It was an absolute Alfredo
Unreal.
sauce from Cameron Pelly.
You saw Lucas Jones catch that puck in stride, Jeremy, take it down the left wing, and it looks like he caught the shoulder of the Junior Americans goaltender Colton Walters, coming from the Rochester Coalition team. Several of those players have now jumped over to the Junior Americans.
I didn't realize that was my buddy.
That's
I
your
love
boy.
that kid.
Oh!
As a feed comes in front, Carlson just couldn't get full wood on that one, and we'll get a face-off. I believe Jones' shot actually got past Walters there.
Yep.
And he was able to dive back and swipe it away before it crossed the line. A very athletic goaltender.
Yeah, we've seen him play a few 100 times. We know how skilled he is, and they're going to go with the same set play off the face-off.
Schweitzer tries to center it for Carlson. He went off the side of the net. Here's Schweitzer back to it up top for Trek.
Look at this possession.
Carlson putting on the Ritz out of the corner. Here's Trek with the puck. We'll go deep for Jones. All the way behind to Carlson. He tries to reverse for Schweitzer. Good stick there by the Americans. And they'll clear the zone. Under 5 to play here. Hopefully you're liking the new scoreboard setup. As a puck eludes Jones's stick, it'll be icing if it's far enough. And it is.
Penguins have had some noticeable jump in their step, have definitely had the better of the play. I'd say your unofficial shot clock right now, Jeremy, is 7 for the Penguins and 3 for the Junior Americans. What do you think about that?
I think it's probably pretty accurate. Out comes Flume with it. Leading it in front for Halliday.
Oh, look out.
Carry around behind in front. Flume swiping it at once, twice. Puck loose in the crease before it's covered up.
Love the little flip play there by Flume. Just feathered it in front of Halliday, who went in with speed. And I thought he might go for the wraparound. And Walters was there. Great play by the Penguins.
The offensive zone faceoff here for Brenneman. It'll be kept at the point by Foster. Foster down low to Halliday. Halliday's cross-ice pass to Caruso. Does it come off the wall? Flume couldn't quite control, but Halliday will.
Look out.
He darts to the middle. He's so dangerous if he can get that wicked shot off from that high slot area.
Got a cannon.
Oh, feed by Brenneman looking for Flume's one-timer. It'll be counterattacked by the Americans to the Penguins' end before Caruso. Able to pick it up there.
Look at Caruso. Nice stop on the puck. Great play.
Halliday comes to center. He'll dump it in. Flume, the lone forecheckers. The Penguins get a line change.
Look at him go.
Great job by Flume there to delay enough, spin the kid, deliver contact without it being a body check. As Bolus will snag the puck out of the air. Flume will come for that to finish that line change. As Golnack will jump on. Golnack looking to get it deep to Bolus. This line with the goal. It was Pearsall. As back come Rochester. It'll be Chappie with it. Able to clear the pen zone. It'll come off the skate of Pearsall. Could this be an opportunity for Golnack as just winning the race of the puck as the American defenseman able to poke it to the corner. Pearsall out of the corner, in front. Walters will get a stop and a cover.
Good puck movement there by the Penguins. And you want to see them just continue to establish the possession, the game. This is kind of the hallmark of this team, Jeremy, wearing other teams down. Oftentimes last year you'd see closer scores in the first two periods, but then in the third period, the dam kind of breaks. We'll see if that happens today.
Bolus working out of that corner. And teams definitely, you wear that Penguin logo. You look like the actual Penguins as we get a whistle. Bolus, it looks like, headed off for interference. He is pleading his case with the official. But at this point in time, that's kind of like trying to put toothpaste back in the tube, George.
Yep. Now they're going to say minute 90, a minute 90 for interference is the call. This will be the first penalty kill of the year for your Penguins. And they have Carlson, Jones, Bros and Track.
And another new feature you'll find on this NETV scoreboard, we're going to count that penalty time down for you here.
Just unbelievable.
We're going to try to keep up with it the best we can. As it's fired in, the Cannoli will get a stop.
You'd think with 2 minutes left in the period, roughly 2 minutes left, this would be a great time for the junior Americans to get on the board. Hear their coach down beneath us, kind of coaching them up. So big moment here early in the game.
And they got an extra 2 seconds. They didn't start the clock right away. I know that because I did.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the Americans on the half wall as it comes off the Cannoli up high. Takes one in the dome.
Big Jones, here he comes. He's gone.
Lucas Jones shorthanded. Can he get around the defender? He's got Carlson going with him. He'll feed it across.
Oh!
And Carlson just misses the 4x6.
Great play by Jones there to draw the defender. And he finds Carlson for the shorthanded chance.
And a clearing attempt by Foster's kept in. Shot directed to the outside. Good rebound control there by the Cannoli.
Here they come again.
Here's Jones darting into the offensive edge. Able to dump it in. You see about 20 seconds remaining on the penalty as the Americans try to set things up. They've had a couple shots here with the man advantage. There's another one.
Ding. That puck heads off the rafters from Cameron Pelly. What did they call that, the Murphy dump?
I believe so. This was more of the Murphy ring one off the big steel beam.
That's right.
A warning to 2 players on the outside. As Chappell goes heavy off the glass to clear the zone. He was looking to spring Halliday.
Yep.
Halliday and Schweitzer out to kill this one off. As Halliday twists into the offensive zone. Penalty over. As you can see, I'll do my best to keep up with that throughout. This is a nice setup up here because I can get to the computer and everything else. I don't know how it's going to work when we're sitting in the stands, but we'll do our best to keep all these features coming to you. The new and improved greatest place for youth hockey in the galaxy.
Jeremy, what's the subscriber count up to these days?
About 1,500.
Wow.
Remember the chase to 1,000 took like 7 years?
I do.
The next 500 took like 7 weeks.
Well, you know what they say, the first 1,000 is the hardest.
As Bros finds Flume. Flume's cross ice pass for Halliday rejected, but he stays right with it. He'll try a second time, and it's like it's attracted to him as Flume fires a shot. Walter is able to keep it out. Redmond with it in the corner. Halliday in front for Flume, just past his backhand. And that will end period number 1. So, get that off of me, that's for sure.
Give the people what they want. Big Mike Jones on the camera. Thank you, Mike.
We got the chat going. Aunt Stephanie and Elaine.
So 1-0 after 1. I think, kind of a feeling out affair in the first, but I'd say the Penguins definitely had the better of the play, but you can see this Junior Americans team is a solid squad. They've added some talent to this roster, and I think they finished 45th in the country last year. I think you'll see them significantly higher than that in the rankings this year, Jeremy.
Obviously, getting some excellent goaltending is going to be a big help for them.
Yep.
But I've noticed their ability, you mentioned the size, I've noticed their ability to really take away time and space in this one. We've seen a lot more bouncing pucks, a little more sticks in the lane.
Yep.
You have an older son, so you see how the game evolves, and the space becomes less and less and less and less and less. The Penguins are going to see that, and they're seeing that here game one.
Yep.
As there's not as much room, there's not as much space. The bodies get bigger, the speed gets quicker. As that happens, the space disappears.
Time and space goes away for sure.
Pearsall steps in to take the face-off. Will be controlled by the Junior Americans. The Junior Americans have some cool uniforms as well. The red, white, and blue, as you would expect, of a team named the Americans.
Penguins are going to go to the power play here, I believe. Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be number 24 for the Junior Americans. It's going to go to the box for holding. And you're going to see your first Penguins Elite power play of this young season.
That'll be brought to you by Seven Fields Wealth Management, of course. Our number one sponsor. Our only sponsor. As Pearsall wins it back. Throws to the half wall. In front, heavy blast from track. Blocked out front. Rebound sent in once, twice, 3 times towards the cage. Here's Pearsall back with it now, Bros. Bros will wind and fire. Deflected right to the OG.
Oh! What a save!
As Walter comes across, gets the puck. I'm not 100% sure I did that, but that was excellent work.
Oh, I thought Golnick had that. Wow. What a save by Walters. And you see the difference that, this type of goaltending can make for this Junior Americans team. Just big saves.
Here's Golnick battling in front for Pearsall. Down low for a spinning Bolus. Now Golnick in the corner. He'll work it low to high. I love when the Penguins do that. We get a whistle.
Man in the crease.
Oof.
That's a tough one. I don't know. What did they say? Bolus was in the crease?
That's the call. So it'll come outside of the American zone.
Bolus, the former defenseman, learning the finer aspects of the forward game. Jeremy, for years I've been saying he's a forward. His skill set, he just looks like a forward. I know he's been very successful, obviously, on D, but I love seeing him up front on the offense.
Here's Schweitzer in. So Ryan Schweitzer, a new face. Not really a new face. We've seen him for years on City TV.
He comes home.
Comes back. He was with this unit in year 1. And now back with them again as a side of the net play by Jones.
But this game could be 3 or 4-0 right now.
So I got to move the period up logo, apparently, away from the clock logo, because I just fouled that all up.
Carlson on the draw, and Penguins keep it in the zone there. Nice play by Foster. Oh boy, here we go.
The Americans looking to counterattack. Schweitzer.
Caruso looking solid in his first official game as a member of this Penguins team.
Carlson sends it across, looking for the Jones one-timer. It'll be in the feet. And Chappie will set up Flu,
oh
who just couldn't get around.
Did you see Jones? He had that stick up, Jeremy. He was looking for it.
The patented one-timer.
Oh.
As the bodies hit the ice along the wall. It's Chappie and Jones battling.
Here goes Bredeman.
As Bredeman will come away with the puck. The Honey Badger has it deflects into the netting above.
Jeremy, you see Bredeman there. I can't say it enough. I think he's going to have a monster season. It's just his his quickness, his athleticism, he's always had those qualities, but I'd say so far in the early going here, they've been even more noticeable, and as the game gets faster, those qualities become even more important. So I'm expecting big, big things from number 17, Zach Bredeman, this season.
Penguins battling in the corner, it's Halliday. Halliday, Flume, and Bredeman align here. They've got Pelly and Chappell up top, and what a move right down the line by Cameron Pelly. Over for Flume, loves it, fires in it.
Nice
He
play.
just missed.
He did.
Halliday coming away with it. And there's that time and space we talked about. I think that plays there last year. In come the Americans, defended perfectly by Chappie to the outside, and what a back check by Bredeman. And for me, that's Zach Bredeman. It's a 200-foot game for him.
Right. That's why he's playing center.
Flume to the point. Here's Pelly. Pelly with a blast. That's blocked. The Americans try to clear, but it's off of a teammate. Could this be danger here? As Flume wedges it to the middle. Bredeman chopping at it.
But these junior Americans have been pretty physical on Flume here so far, taking the body to him multiple times. Maybe that's part of the scouting report.
Rose defends to the outside. A player goes down. Good, no call there.
Here we go, 2-on-1.
Back comes Pearsall, wedging it by. Not one, but two. Then setting a behind-the-back pass to the tape of Bolus. That'll be Pearsall battling in that corner. Here's Golnack. Golnack around down low for Pearsall. In front for Bolus. It'll come free to a blast by Rose that's blocked out front. Battling along the wall. In front for Golnack.
Oh.
Sneaky backhand.
Did you see how quick he got that backhand off? Wow. And you know, they say for goaltenders, backhands can be one of the hardest shots to stop. It's hard to read where it's going, and especially when you get it off that quickly. Number 53 there for the Penguins. Great scoring chance.
Pearsall to the dot. Remember, you can join us on the chat, and of course, most importantly, if you're listening to this, whether it's on replay, whether it is live this morning from Rochester, click that subscribe button below. If you're not sure how to do that, log into YouTube, and if you have a Gmail account, you also have a YouTube account. They are the same company. Google owns the YouTube. So you can log into your Google account, which will allow you to click subscribe. We sincerely appreciate it. As it comes off the stick of Golnack, the Americans counterattack here with speed.
Oh, boy.
They battle to the boards.
Oh, a couple cross checks there now.
And it's Pearsall coming away with it. Golnack chips it by the defender. A potential 2-on-1 here. Maybe 3-on-1 as Bolus and Pearsall head to the net. Shot goes off the glove of Walters.
Some physical plays down in the Penguin zone. I thought you could have seen a penalty on both teams there, but the refs are letting them play this morning.
Here comes a Miller back through to the chest of the Cannoli for a hold. So Penguins won. Rochester's here. You said Penguins have had the better of the chances, but Rochester doing a good job on these counterattacks, creating scoring chances of their own. They're one shot away here from tying this one.
Yeah, and you know, you've heard me say it time and time again. The next goal is a big one. Penguins get it. The next one, you know, maybe they start going. If they don't, you know, junior Americans are right back in it. So we'll see what happens.
And we would be remiss if we didn't thank the city of Rochester and Evolve Hockey for hosting this Just Get Good tournament. The Penguins are the two-time defending Just Get Good champions.
They've just got good. Yeah, that's right. Oh!
As Foster cuts in front. And again, a good job of making contact without finishing a body check. Contact legal, checking not. As Dom Caruso keeps at the line. In front for a shot from Schweitzer that's kept out, and it'll be covered.
You see Lucas Jones there mucking it up, and then Jack Carlson comes in there to have his teammates back. You love to see that that cohesion here, Jeremy, right?
Absolutely. It looks like they're going to take one from each team. Coincidental wrestling 5-on-5. So we talked about Dom Caruso. He just made a play there to keep the puck at the point. Comes over to us from the Pittsburgh Predators. Dom, a physical defenseman, and things I've noticed from him in the limited amount of times I've been at practice has been compete level, battle level, board battles.
That's right.
Wins them all.
Yeah.
Not some. Wins them all.
Yeah, no, he fits the mold of what this team was looking for, and just a solid addition. And you got to imagine that's going to continue to improve as the year goes on. He's still adapting to the speed of the way this Penguins team plays. I mean, he's going to be a really, really high-end player for this group.
As Pelly shoots one down low, off the pad of Walters, the Flume, and fans on the shot. Back come the Junior Americans. We play 5-on-5 hockey here. It'll be dumped in and set up by the Cannoli, chopped around by Pelly. As Halliday tries to clear the zone, it'll be rejected and put back to the corner. Pelly, good job with the body there to protect the puck and work it to his partner, Chappie. To the point, but no further. As Brenneman's decked on the play. They'll be back up as Halliday comes through center. Flume cutting to the middle where he sets up Chappell.
Brenneman looks to be in some severe discomfort going off the ice here.
Halliday able to work it in. Pearsall jumping on the ice for Brenneman.
Oh, Brenneman's okay.
As Pelly will come away with it. He'll fire it in onside. Walters sets it up behind the net. Pearsall battling for it there. Bolus will intercept it. Winding fire.
Hey!
There it is.
What a shot by Bolus, right? He picks off the clearing attempt. Jeremy, what a play. Goes upstairs on Walters. 2-0 Pens.
An absolute bottle rocket from Tyler Bolus.
And you don't want to know why that's such a big goal.
Because the next one.
What's that?
Because it was the next one.
Well, that not only that, but today, Tyler Bolus, the goal scorer, is celebrating his 12th birthday, Jeremy.
The birthday boy.
That's a birthday goal.
Blowing out the candles here in Rochester.
Right. I'm sure his mom at home, Jody, is cheering that birthday goal on as we are as well.
There are reports that she is running through the house.
Whoa.
Screaming at the moment.
He might get another one.
As Golnack finds Pearsall right back to Golnack in the drop pass. Pearsall with a heavy blast. Golnack there.
Oh, boy.
And the rebound is controlled by Walters. What another great scoring chance.
Yeah, 2-0, Jeremy. You watch this game, you see the number of scoring chances. You really think this game could be 4 or 5-0 at this point. Walters just standing on his head.
Carlson leans over the dot.
Well, they need one more player here. Lucas is still in. Oh, there he comes.
And he'll be waved out for the late arriving forward. Schweitzer will step to the faceoff dot. Back to Caruso at the point. Down for Jones. Jones with a blast, looking for a deflection.
That's it.
Good, smart play as it's up to the point and controlled by Foster. What a job by Foster there to find a passing lane to get it over to Jones.
Yep. Look at Carlson there. Nice play.
Carlson to Schweitzer. Can he scoot by on the near side? He'll be defended well. Jones dumps it in for the Pens. It's Carlson on the forecheck. That forecheck forces the turnover here at center to Caruso. Caruso right up the wall looking for a streaking Carlson. And that is Jack, not Drew. As it's carried to the inside. Forehand, backhand, back to the forehand. As he tried to elevate it over the pad, Walter had the glove in the right spot to catch and hold that one.
Well, Carlson putting on the Ritz there. And now there's another Carlson coming to Pittsburgh to play hockey this year. Number 65, Eric Carlson for the 18 and over team, right? The Pittsburgh Penguins big boy team.
And what an addition he'll end up being. The current reigning Norris Trophy winner finds his way to the black and gold for this season. I think it'll be interesting to basically have almost full-time he or Letang on the ice.
Oh, my goodness. Sorry. Oh.
Speaking of phenomenal defense, the Penguins turn the puck over. There was a potential 2-on-0 until Cameron Pelly steps in and says, no, sir.
Without even breaking stride, he just like stole the puck from the 2-on-0 and went the other way. He made it look easy.
From a 2-on-0 to offensive zone possession with some great defense by Pelly as he goes off the shaft of the stick of Walter.
But they say defense leads to offense.
Going to be put into the zone.
Good to see Brenneman back out there. He was banged up on that last shift, but he's flying as usual.
As Flume will get control. Tries to pull it around the defender. Now Halliday defends a on-charging American. Great stick work there by the Penguins' back-checking winger. Filling in for that defense. Love it.
4:30 left here in the second period.
As it's sauced up off the stick of Flume. They're going to, no icing, I was going to say. I thought they were going to call it. The one guy did, but the other guy properly waves it off.
Yeah, got a stick on it. Uh-oh.
Oh, as it's wedged by, here comes a breakaway. In on the Cannoli, forehand, backhand, and he goes full splitsies to keep it out.
What a save! What a save there.
That was phenomenal.
That was a 10-bell save there by number 30, the Cannoli.
Second or third big stop as the Junior Americans, when they get the chance, they're really high-quality scoring chances they've had.
And they got the Penguins pinned in their zone a little bit now. Hold on, 2-0. Here we go.
So this 2-0 unlikely to be broken up by a back-checking defender as they play catch, and Golnak shoots it just wide. Rimmed around, but kept at the line by Track to be countered by the Americans and sent all the way to the Penguin zone. No icing.
Something I liked about that 2-0, you had a righty and a lefty both playing on their strong side. They're able to pass that puck back and forth, but Walters up to the challenge.
Puck deflects wide of the Cannoli, picked up by Carlson.
Defense
Carlson
is tired
with
here.
Speed and standing still. That's not usually a good thing with the speedy Carlson, who shoots it off the side of the cage, picks it up himself. You see the speed of Walters taking away that wraparound potential as Caruso controls to the corner in the feet of the official.
Look how strong he is, Caruso. He's a strong player.
As it'll be sent all the way down, icing this time will be whistled. I don't know why the last one wasn't icing. The one Bros chased down clearly was, it passed the line, not by much. They waved it off early, though, which is what you want to see because that allowed him to know he had to make a play.
Right. I think maybe they thought he was able to make a play to it and didn't, maybe.
Perhaps. As Schweitzer fires one towards the cage. He sticks to the outside.
The unofficial shot clock is now tilted decisively in the Penguins' favor, Jeremy. I think we have 18 for the Penguins and 9 for the Junior Americans. I think that's about right. Am I light?
No, I think you're good. I think that's a good estimate. It's definitely probably the right spread. As Foster will battle. Americans come away with it. And it's not for a lack of chances at times for the Americans. Some of it has just been great defensive play like we saw from Pelly.
Yep.
Like that could have been not only that could have been a goal, let alone a shot.
Here we go.
Let alone a scoring chance. As Carlson darts up the left wing, uses his body to protect behind the net. Reverses to Schweitzer. In front for a one-timer by Jones. He tried to whack it out of the air. A centering feed goes the whole way through the crease. And the Americans will fire it off the glove of Schweitzer. And out they come. Defended by Chappie, who gets control. Protects behind the net and leaves it for Carlson. Carlson up to the turning Jones. Back to Carlson, now Chappie as the Penguins try to exit their zone. We see a little flip. We call it the Shuby flip on the 10s. That time the Chappie flip. We'll get it out the center, and Schweitzer up on the forecheck. Look how he forechecks. His angles. He's like a mathematician on the forecheck. Able to take away entire swaths of the ice that his teammates can read. As now the Penguins are changing, and a 3-on-2 develops.
The mathematician, is that his nickname, Jeremy? Did you just come up with that?
It might be. I can just see like his brain probably get like the little angles above his head, and his ability there to just take away significant portions of the ice.
Yeah, he gets the protractor out, and he's able to just angle those guys where he wants to, right? The mathematician, Ryan Schweitzer.
It's fired in on the cannoli. We'll stick it to the outside. Pelly up the wall, bounced by Flume out the center, and here comes Brenneman. Brenneman in.
Oh,
Darting
boy.
to the middle, sends it backside. And what a play. You called it early. Zach Brenneman, crispity, crunchity, peanut buttery fudge nuggets.
Good Lord, Jeremy. He takes that puck wide. He actually looks to see if he's a trailer. He realizes he's alone. So he makes just a little hop, jump, skip to the middle, feathers it through the defenseman's legs, and just ever so gently tucks it in at the far post. What a play.
Wow.
Yeah.
You called it. I mean, the prognosticator, there's Punksy Phil, and then there's Commodore Pearsall. As Flume darts to the middle.
Another save by Walters. But yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of that from Brenneman this year. He's just so dangerous, so dangerous. 23 seconds to go. Penguins up 3-0. You know, that's kind of the tail end of this period. The pressure you'll want to see there going into the third.
As the Americans will try to get one here late in the period, that'll be defended. We've said it so many times. This time it's Linden Track.
Oh yeah. Hand pass.
So it'll be a center ice draw.
Jeremy, think back to that save by Calabrese on the breakaway, right? I think it was 1-0, maybe 2-0 at the time. He makes the big save. The Penguins then go down and get the goal. And those are those critical moments in the cannoli standing on his head. What a play.
Rose able to chop it forward to Flume. Flume now Halliday as the Penguins trying to add here last second. Halliday behind, trying to get it out front. And the horn will sound, and we will head to the third period. So we've got goals from Pearsall, a goal from
Bolus,
Bolus,
the birthday boy.
and that last goal by Brenneman. We have a 3-0 score. I think it's pretty indicative of the play at this point in time.
Yeah.
I've been supremely impressed. We've talked about the scoring chances, but I can't get enough of the defense of the Penguins right now.
That's right.
They've given up some chances, more on kind of bounces and things like that, you know, plays through the neutral zone where maybe somebody gets, but the forwards filling in for the D. I've seen it 3-4 times. As the Penguins want to activate those defensemen, they want to create offensive pressure, but you need to have the responsibility, the F3 and that high four. We saw Jimmy Halliday do it at least twice.
Yep.
So, but the Penguins' ability to break up plays, that Pelly play on the 2-on-0,
Oh, so good.
you know, all of those things that have really limited the number of scoring. They've had quality,
Yeah.
but not a big quantity of scoring chances for Rochester.
Yeah, they've done a nice job just kind of suffocating those offensive zone chances. And that's really the hallmark of this team. It's not just the goaltending. It's not just the defense. It's the back checking of the forwards. It's everybody. It's that whole unit working together under newly minted head coach Kyle Verbeek. Should we talk about that now, Jeremy?
We definitely should talk about that. Kyle Verbeek, Jeff Hannon taking a job in the medical field, medical device field, I believe. And I know he's watching right now. I know he said he's so excited to have Cine TV. He'll be moving to Chicago for this position. So we wish Coach Hannon the best of luck. I was lucky enough to have him coach both of my boys last year. And while he will be certainly missed, we would be remiss not to mention the Penguins will be led the rest of the season by Kyle Verbeek.
That's right. Yeah, well, Penguins are fortunate to have that type of coaching in their system. And Kyle, I think the boys are very excited. I know he's excited. I was talking to him in the lobby this morning. I think he's fired up to take on this challenge, and he has big things planned for this group.
And he was absolutely integral for the Penguins. This being the Quebec year, the 10s going through it last year. I had the pleasure of going on that trip, and we'll talk about it throughout the season. But Coach Verbeek was a huge part of the 10 successes. They made it the whole way to the semifinals in overtime. And Coach Verbeek, was integral in that run, bringing the boys together, creating traditions in Quebec and things. So I'm excited. I know he's excited. Everybody seems, and we're excited for Coach Hannon as well for his new opportunity.
Well, and again, Jeremy, you mentioned the impact that Coach Hannon has had on these boys. He had coached both of my kids as well, my 09 and now Braden, and just had a really great impact positively on and off the ice on my kids. And we want to thank Coach Hannon for all that he's done for these boys.
As Schweitzer and Jones play tic-tac-toe, and Jones is it a little tuck in the back of the net with the backhander.
You like the play by Schweitzer there. He just fits in so well in this line. The puck came to him. He drew the defender and then just feathered it through the defenseman's triangle. And we know where Lucas scores from. I think he tucked that in the blue paint. So great play by Jones, great play by Schweitzer.
Something's malfunctioning here on my scoreboard. Sorry about this, folks.
Pelly now at the point. Shots blocked, but fancy play there.
As back comes the Junior Americans. Will be poked by Carlson. He'll dart in. Carrying behind the net. Winding, firing short side.
I thought he was going to get it upstairs. It was so close.
His brother here this weekend as well, Jack Carlson, brother Luke, playing at other rinks throughout Rochester.
Yeah, I think they were 45 minutes from the hotel, and they had to be there at 7 in the morning. So an early morning for the Carlson family for sure.
So I'm getting the wake-up call last night from the front desk.
Oh, yeah.
As Flume comes out, finds Halliday. Halliday to the outside. Controls in front off the stick of Brenneman. A battle for it along the wall. As the Americans will clear to center.
Nice play by Flume there.
For Brenneman. Good stick there by the defender to poke it away from the speedy Penguin forward.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the Penguins get a few goals here in quick succession, Jeremy. You're seeing that style of play by the Penguins start to wear down this Junior Americans team, and we've seen it before. Once they get going in the third, they can get a couple quickly.
They've managed 4 thus far as we are in the third period.
Walters with his entire leg pad off there.
Allowed me to get the scoreboard right. Thank you, Colton, for delaying that enough.
Big thanks to Mr. Jones in the Cine TV oven today, doing a great job on the camera work. Thank you, Big Mike.
Bringing you these beautiful pictures to your living room, your smartphone, your tablet. If we could, maybe Big Drew Carlson will jump on the chat here, as I know he's a subscriber, and give us an update from the Penguins, from Luke's game.
2016's.
Yeah. The Knights.
Oh!
As we'll get a roughing call here. I think this one will be earned. Flume headed off.
You know you are a power forward, Jeremy, when you can have possession of the puck. You take it to the slot, and you get called for a roughing penalty with possession in front of the opposing team's net. That is a strong, strong boy there, D'Angelo Flume. The ref telling Coach Verbeek he buried the kid is what he said. Oh, boy, goodness. What a description.
And a good job by the referee there to explain to the Pens bench what's going on. I love that, actually. Like, hey, here's why I called it. Here's what I saw.
Yep.
Because I think, to your point, Coach Verbeek probably saying, hey, look, he's got the puck. How's he getting a roughing call? But the official explaining there that he, quote, buried him.
Yep. It was a physical play.
So the Penguins with a 4-0 lead as Rochester heads to the man advantage. We've seen him with a couple scoring chances on that man advantage, and there's another shot as they were looking for the deflection. The Cannoli able to keep out.
Oh, Brenneman, I thought he was gone.
As a shot sails over the cage. It'll be picked up by Foster. He banks it off the boards looking for Halliday. It just came off a stanchion right to the defender. Penguins maybe looking to create offense down a man.
Oh, Brenneman. A solid play there at the blue line.
He battles into the zone. We controlled here by Rochester as they shoot one just wide. The battle heads to the corner. Shot from the point, blocker to side. Caruso battling. As the American center, good stick there by the Cannoli.
Yeah, did you see that? He just kind of poked that puck right out.
As a rebound comes through and he goes splitsies to keep it out.
Oh, another big play by the Cannoli there. Wow. You got to think the junior Americans want to get on that board here quick. And he shuts the door.
This has been a really good power play by them. As we get another arm raised.
Yep.
A shot will come in and find the back of the net.
There was
just as time expired on the original penalty. So this should go to 5-on-5.
There was a delayed penalty there. The arm was raised. The refs are now talking about how they're going to handle it.
It should be 5-on-5. The penalty had just expired.
Okay, when the puck went in.
Yep. So it should be a goal on a delayed penalty, which means that they would mark the penalty down on the sheet, but it would not be actually served.
I gotcha.
I think they were getting a hook was probably on Halliday.
Yeah, actually, I think that they were calling Halliday with the hook, but then I think there was another play. Someone else was knocked down in front of the Penguins. It could have been either one. I'm not sure which one they.
Well, hopefully it wasn't both, because then one of them will go into.
Correct. They're 5-on-4. They are going to call a penalty here. They are going to call. I hear the ref saying 5-on-4 to Coach Verbeek. I'm trying to eavesdrop here. Verbeek does not like it, but I think that's what it was, Jeremy. I think it was 2 penalties that they called. That's why we had the powwow. 2 penalties. The penalty, that was in the box had expired.
Yes.
So the goal nullifies one of the 2 penalties that was about to be called. But it seems like they are going to go back to the penalty kill. 5-on-4.
We know who's in the sin bin, 78 Caruso. So that's the net front penalty you were talking about.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. And you know what? I have no problem with it, If they were both penalties, that's how you keep the game kind of in control, right?
As Pearsall's knocked down, here's Chapel with the puck. He'll go heavy off the glass.
Here we go.
And that penalty could not have expired by much.
No.
So the Penguins actually lucky there that it had expired, else they'd be on a 5-on-3 right now for a minute and a half.
Yeah.
As the Americans gain the zone, a good back pressure by Pearsall to break things up as the backhander comes in on the Cannoli. He takes a shot from a player coming through the crease. Trying to get in the Cannoli's kitchen.
2-on-1.
Short-handed 2-on-1, Pearsall and Golnack. We've seen them do this before as that one's broken up. They're so unselfish. As they do it again with a shot down low by Pearsall, kicked away.
I'd like to see that puck pass there.
So they passed it 37 times on their last few
Okay.
I was happy to see the shot.
Okay.
I'll take it. Trying to sneak one 5-0. As Carlson will find Bolus. Penguins short-handed, you wouldn't be able to tell. As that goal against has kind of charged this team up, I think. They work it deep in the Rochester zone.
Carlson's going to get one here in the third, Jeremy. You can feel it coming.
As he centers it for Bolus. Penalty expires. And with 8.5 to go, here come the Americans to the line. That was eventually offsides. These referees have been absolutely fantastic, in my opinion.
I agree.
Communicating well with the benches. We have a neat vantage point here above the benches. Communicating clearly with the benches, communicating clearly with the players.
Oh, boy.
As a puck will become a souvenir.
Yeah, no, sometimes you see the refs just, go about their business quietly. Here they're communicating with the players, they're teaching the players, and that goes a long way to making sure that these boys aren't just learning the hockey skills, but also just the hockey game in general.
So we've talked about Bolus moving up. We've talked about the addition of Schweitzer. We've talked about the addition of Caruso. We've wished our good friend, brother Joseph, luck in the Lando Lakes up in Minnesota. That's all the new stuff.
What an addition for some lucky team in Minnesota, right?
So that's all the new stuff. What hasn't changed is the tenacity of this Penguins team, the way they play, that forecheck, the puck pressure, the taking away those passing lanes. So while we've talked about the changes, I think the thing that rings true is with a few changes, you're not seeing one bit of change in the talent, skill, and effort level of the boys in black.
That's right. That's right. By the way, if you're new to the channel, stick around after the game for the Commodores' 3 stars of the game. Always love to recognize those extra special efforts.
The puck cleared up through center. It'll be picked up by Foster, now Caruso.
Speaking of extra special efforts, Jeremy, maybe you'll be on it this year.
No. Here's Bredeman darting in. Tossed behind for Flume. Flume to Caruso. Rolling puck will come free for a blast by Foster that's knocked out of the air. How did that kid get a stick on that? Holy cow, what a block. Flume will set Foster up. Foster to Flume for a blast. Kicked out by Walters. Rebound sent in. That couldn't get through. Wraparound attempt by Halliday will end up under the mitt.
I mean, Colton Walters, Jeremy, is just playing unbelievably well here this morning. Just save after save. That one stopping Halliday on the backdoor wraparound chance. Stellar play.
Golnak leans over the dot.
You're going to see him go forward here.
Penguins rim it around. It'll be Pearsall the first one to it. Battle along the boards. Rochester able to come out with it. They'll regroup and try the other side. A nice reversal. Exits the zone, and then Bolus gets a skeet to the puck. The Americans under the watchful eye of Golnak as they drive in. And the Cannoli out to make the stop. We've seen him get loose a couple times. Big 76.
Yeah, strong player for that Junior Americans team. You notice him because is his jersey just a little bit darker than everybody else's? Not quite as crisp and white?
Might be.
See that? Maybe hard to tell on the
retro.
television. Yeah. He's got the retro.
The throwback.
Yeah, that's right.
They'll wave Pearsall from the face-off dot. And a shot will come in from the point.
Jeremy, I think the question a lot of people have been wondering, with the change in the broadcast for the Big Penguins, Mearsy and Bob Uriel, has your phone been ringing?
It's been on Do Not Disturb.
Okay.
Don't want to be distracted from where the real
That's true, yeah.
opportunity is with Cine TV. As it'll come off Chappie's stick in front. Reversing down low for Pelly, now Golnak. The Penguins try to exit their zone. It's off the stick of Pearsall. It'll stay in though.
Yeah, Penguins having a hard time getting the puck out of their zone on this shift.
Golnak will, and now it's a potential break here. Look at that defense. The offense is Pearsall. Tries to lay it across to Bolus. That's deflected to the corner. Pearsall now with a nifty play to center one to Golnak. It's blockered away.
Almost had one there. The OG, couple good looks in this game so far. Starting the season strong.
We dumped in by Rochester. As Chappie has it knocked away. He stays right with it, takes it from someone else this time.
Chappie just smashing the guy on the boards.
And Jones dislodges the puck. It's a potential 3-on-1 here as Carlson joins. And a great stick there by the defenseman to break up the cross-ice pass. Carlson gets to it, though, and the Penguins are in business as he spinorama feed to Jones. Jones with it behind. In front for Carlson. He said he was going to get one. The only thing between him and that net was the knob of the stick of Walters.
He's going to.
Schweitzer centers one all the way through the crease. Crashing down is the Brodozer. Able to kick it to the corner. Track to the puck.
Jeremy, you see a lot of these players, Schweitzer back on this team, making plays. Bolus playing forward now, making plays. Caruso standing out. That one inched across the line for icing.
Off the side of the net even. And we'll head all the way back to the Rochester Junior American zone. Oh, Carolyn commented, I can't see the comment though. The chat screen not big enough here. If I pull it and move it, no, that didn't work. That didn't do anything for me. All right. See if I can find that answer for everybody, because the millions upon millions of you wondering how big Luke's doing. We'll get you a score update here.
Brenneman flying. Look at him keep that puck in. Brenneman at the blue line.
Work with it down low. Apparently my phone just connected to something, because I got like 37 text messages in the last like 8 seconds.
Caruso takes the puck back behind his own net. Looks to break it out.
Flume with it in the corner. Here comes Bolus into the offensive zone. Clock's off a little bit here, folks.
If any clock is off, Jeremy, it's got to be the game clock, because your clock is.
No, I am very off at the moment. I wish that was not the case. 9-1 after the second period for the 16s.
Oh, boy.
The Americans drive down low. Here's Chappie.
For Golnack.
Here he comes through center. The OG forced to the outside. Good defensive play there. Better offensive play by Golnack to keep control. And now for a drive from Bolus that sails wide to the cage.
Starting to see some tired bodies on both sides here with 2:30 to go in the game.
Chappie to the puck. Yeah, that early season, you're going to see where the stamina is.
You're not quite in game shape yet, at this point in the season, right?
I'm in shape. Brown is in shape. As the puck's in front for Pearsall, trying to wedge it by Walters. Here's Golnack with a backhander once, twice. Both of those kept out. Penguins getting a change. And Penguins get a change, and now, unfortunately for the Americans, they have to go through 5 of them. Mm-hmm. And here comes Jones. Jones and Schweitzer. Schweitzer, toe drag to the middle for a backhander that sails just wide. That was a heavy backhanded shot.
Boy, oh boy. Well, so far in the action today, Jeremy, you've seen each of these 3 lines get on the board, right?
Yes.
So you see scoring throughout the lineup. That's what Coach Verbeek is looking for. Carlson, I predicted it's going to happen on this shift.
He's in front once, twice. Oh, and it almost did again. It just goes off of a stick that time in front. Here's Schweitzer with a drive. Jones digging in there.
The Penguins are hungry for one more.
Schweitzer with it behind the net now. Carlson trying to feed it across to Jones. Kept at the line by Track. Schweitzer down low. In front off of Schweitzer. Heavy drive by
Oh, boy.
Rose is gloved and held with 45 to play.
Jeremy, I'm going to save all three of the Commodores 3 stars of the game for the Penguins, but I will give a serious honorable mention to Colton Walters, number 29, the goaltender for the Junior Americans. Has just stood on his head making save after save. This game could be a lot different if it wasn't for the stellar goaltending.
As Foster shoots one from the point, that'll be into the breadbasket and held.
Next game is 3:30 today, is that right?
Yeah, moved up to 3:30. We may be a little delayed getting on air. I will do the best I can to get to the rink and set up in time. If we are delayed, I apologize. As a rolling puck comes in front.
Is it your real job? I thought this was
Yeah.
your real job.
No, real job issues to deal with. The squish tender will be there, though. That's the important part.
That's all we need.
As the puck deflects around. It'll be an offside play at the line with 11 to go. So the Penguins are going to come away with a win here in the opening game of the Just Get Good.
Some elite music being played here. Last 10 seconds of the game. And with 5 seconds to go, these boys aren't giving up. They're coming on.
Bolnack in the corner in front. Bolas with a shot and another stop for Walters as the horn sounds the Penguins victorious 4-1 in the opening game. We'll be back later on this afternoon, but first, let's turn it over to the Commodore for the 3 stars of the game.
A solid effort top to bottom, Jeremy, but we're going to go with the number 3 star in his first game in the black and gold for the Penguins. Number 78, Dom Caruso, just looked strong and in control on the back end. A great first showing for Dom. The second star of the game, we're going to go with the birthday boy, Tyler Bolas, playing up front. Not only the goal, but also a lot of that puck possession down low, smart plays. You see that skill translate. And the number 1 star player of the game, a player I am predicting a monster season for, number 17, Zach Brenneman. Just dynamic all over the ice, top to bottom. He had that highlight reel goal, but was forechecking, back-checking, and making his presence felt all over the ice. Those are your 3 stars.
Thank you for joining us here on Cine TV. As always, hit the subscribe button and join us later on today for another great broadcast